This is DeAndrea with LGBT Now Later. I'm gonna eventually get that right one of these days. Sorry I'm so very late with the video, and instead of Sundays with D, it's kind of Mondays with D, but it's considered a Sunday. Um, I have a Japanese test today, so I had to study all yesterday, and I lost track of time. And by the time I looked up at the clock, it was 1 a.m. and really I was on my way to bed. So sorry about that, guys. But for my how-to this week, well, last week, is how to introduce yourself in Japanese, which is funny, but um, yeah. So I'm gonna teach you a couple of simple things that you can say if you would like to learn how to introduce yourself in Japanese. If the situation arises, if you end up having to speak Japanese. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, usually when you introduce yourself, you would bow. Um, with guys, like usually they expect like it's a certain way guys bow. Like they kind of put their hands at their sides, and then they bow. And then women, when they bow, they like put their hands like kind of on their thighs when they bow. Um, it really depends on you. Really, they don't really pay that much attention to how you bow, but I guess there's little things about it. Um, but yeah, when you introduce yourself, it's kind of like you're saying, "How do you do?" And the word for that is "hajime mashite." And so you would bow, you would like "hajime mashite," and then you would say your name. And for instance, me, I would say "DeAndrea des," and yeah, there are different ways to translate your name phonetically in the Japanese language, but that's a lot. But yeah, so like you say "hajime mashite." Then like you could say like your age. Say for instance, I'm 19, so I would say "19 歳です." When you're 18, you could say what, "18 歳です." And then 20, I think, is "hatachi." Um, it's been a while since I went through the ages, and then stuff like that. But yeah, it, you say size, the ending for years and age wise. So say for I'm saying "19 歳です," and that's my age. I can also say my major, which is Sinkonwa or Sinmonwa. Like for me, my major is creative writing, so I would say Sinmonwa writing this. Des is an ending, but I'm not trying to get too much into Japanese right now. But and you can add little things like that. Like you can say where the school you go to. For me, it's Western Michigan Daigaku. No, I could say that I am a Western Michigan student, so I say Western Michigan Nogaku Nogakusei desu. And yeah, that pretty much means I am a student of Western Michigan University. So like yeah, Daigaku means university. Um, and like you could end it like if you want to make it short because usually our introductions will have to be pretty long in class and such, or in person. The You can end it by saying yoroshiku onegaishimasu, which means I'm very pleased to meet you. And yeah, I personally think introductions are very fun in Japanese. And once you start getting the hang of it, the introduction is one of the first things you learn in Japanese 1000, basic Japanese. So, yeah. And I hope it was a little helpful to you. I don't know exactly when you would use Japanese, but this is a little short video on how to introduce yourself in Japanese. All right, this is D. See you next week. Bye.